Yo, they call him the M.A.G.A man, not because he made anything new, but because he cracked the code on how resentment travels faster than policy. How grievance becomes fuel when you frame it as destiny, and how a slogan can outrun a platform if it feel like revenge dressed as hope. He didn't invent the anger, he harvested. Walked into a country already split along economic fault lines, cultural to decay, outsourced futures, broken trust, and said the quiet part loud enough that it sounded like courage. The M.A.G.A man understood television before he understood governance. New spectacle be substance every time the crowd is exhausted. That repetition create reality when attention is fractured, and that confidence doesn't need accuracy. As long as it never hesitates, he spoke in absolutes because nuance doesn't chant well. Build enemies because identity needs contrast, and turn politics into professional wrestling where truth is flexible, loyalty is loud, and betrayal is always someone else's fault. The conspiracy isn't that he controlled the system, it's that the system couldn't decide whether to absorb and resist him or profit from him, so it did all three at once, feeding the maritime outrage, lawsuits, scandals, until he became less a man and more a permanent weather pattern. The M.A.G.A man thrives on collision, on the friction between institutions and instinct, between experts and experience, between people who feel unheard and people who think authority should still mean something. He doesn't argue facts, he attacks trust, cause once trust collapses, everything becomes negotiable. And when nothing is stable, the loudest voice feel like leadership. They say he's a threat, they say he's a savior, but both sides miss the deeper mechanism at work, because he isn't the disease, he's the symptom invisible, the manifestation of a population trained to distrust complexity and reward defiance. The M.A.G.A man weaponized simplicity, reduced geopolitics to slogans, economics to blame, history to selective memory, and turn politics into a binary choice between humiliation and dominance. He learned that outrage is renewable energy, that every attack multiplies attention, that being hated by the right people is more valuable than being respected by anyone, and that chaos is a shield when accountability comes looking for structure. This isn't about red hats or rallies, it's about how myth forms around power when institutions lose credibility, how a figure becomes a symbol large enough for millions to project themselves into their fears, their rage, their nostalgia, their refusal to be ignored. The conspiracy is cultural, not criminal, a feedback loop where media profits from division. Politics feeds on spectacle and the audience confuses participation with influence, mistaking noise for leverage. The M.A.G.A man didn't break democracy, he stress tested it, showed out how fragile norms are when they rely on good faith. And now quickly rules bend when enforcement depends on consensus instead of spine. He speaks like a wrecking ball because the room was already cracked, because millions felt the floor till beneath them long before he showed up with a microphone, and because rage finally had a translator who refused to apologize for his grammar. Love him or hate him, the danger isn't the man, it's what happens when people learn that disruption beats deliberation, that loyalty beats law, and that politics can be won without ever promising coherence. The M.A.G.A man is a mirror held up to a system that forgot how to explain itself, forgot how to listen, forgot how to repair trust without condescension, and wonder too late why someone loud, blunt, and unfiltered felt more honest than institutions built on silence. This isn't prophecy, it's pattern recognition, because figures like this don't disappear, they mutate, they return under new names, new colors, new slogans, as long as the conditions that birth them remain unresolved. The M.A.G.A man didn't arrive out of nowhere, and he won't be the last, because when systems fail to deliver dignity, someone will always show up, selling defiance as destiny, and chaos is authenticity. That's not endorsement, that's diagnosis.